You are not safe anymore, Donald, in front of your own former fans. Yep, at WWE SummerSlam, Donald Trump got the crap booed out of him. This used to be like his fan base where he would get cheered. Watch what went down last night. Here, play this clip. And while that was going on, let me show you what was happening in Russia. Play the clip.
Ебать! Снял? Офигеть!
Охуеть! Бля, сейчас взрывная волна дойдет до нас.
That was Ukraine striking back, the Ukrainian drones hitting an oil refinery belonging to Russia in the Samara region. Ukraine showing real heroism, while Donald Trump was golfing yet again in Bedminster and lying that he won the golf tournament at Bedminster with a score of 69. Donald Trump posted the golf scorecard on the official White House account, and it says winning on and off the course. It should be committing fraud on and off the course. Donald Trump did not get a 69, okay? That would be the greatest score for someone Donald Trump's age in the history of the world for 18 holes, basically. And just more fraud from Donald Trump. People aren't buying it. People have taken to social media to post back on Donald Trump's Instagram post. Yo, we saw the video from Scotland last week. He just throws the ball where he wants it and makes up a score. We've seen you play golf. You didn't win shit. People really pushing back and mocking him on his social media accounts. That was from the official White House account. The official White House account also posted this. We are so back. And then it says hottest country. And then Donald Trump's post, the Democrats are extortionists who almost destroyed our country. Now we are back. And the USA is the hottest country anywhere in the world. Make America great again, exclamation point. As we wrote on the MeidasTouch account in response, hey, at Grok, which is the AI program, when was the last time the US had a worse 3-month stretch for job growth than the past 3 months? Who was president then? Keep your answer to just a few sentences. Obviously, the answer was Donald Trump during COVID. And then before that, you're talking about the Great Recession of 2008. The job numbers were absolutely horrific. We are not the hottest country. And again, just turning the official White House account into a weird, like, troll account, it's just very strange. And it just shows how unserious the United States has become under the Trump regime. Donald Trump then posted the following: a great job being done by leader John Thune and Speaker, and he puts that in quotes for some reason, Mike Johnson, thank you both. The great big beautiful bill will go down as one of the most consequential pieces of legislation in the history of our country. MAGA, as Hemant Mehta says, we will be feeling the consequences of it for decades, so sure, why not? You know, we're going to be feeling the devastating consequences of this disastrous budget bill as Donald Trump is golfing, as Donald Trump is now talking about a $200 million ballroom where he's going to tear down the East Wing and defile the White House. And he goes, I might consider having foreign leaders contribute to the new ballroom. We don't need a ballroom. We want more affordable housing, affordable prices. We want to stop the inflation, which is now surging again. We want to bring peace to Ukraine. We want to bring peace to Gaza. Donald Trump is just a complete and utter fraud. By the way, hat tip to our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, who the other day predicted, what are the odds Trump winning yet another golf championship at his course tomorrow? And sure enough, you know, that's what Donald Trump did. This is what he always does. Oh, Donald Trump then posts, Senator crying Chuck Schumer is demanding over $1 billion in order to approve a small number of highly qualified nominees who should right now be helping to run our country. This demand is egregious. And he goes, tell Schumer and the radical left lunatics to go to hell. Do not accept the offer. Take your recess. Go home. Like that the MAGA Republicans in the Senate, they just like literally, Donald, can we go home now? You may go home. Go to hell. Go to hell, Chuck Schumer. What the hell are you talking about, man? Take a look at this graph right here. I mean, you can see the economy has slowed and inflation has rose far more than predicted. You take a look at the growth in GDP and growth in inflation. GDP coming in far lower than expected. Inflation far higher than expected. You see on the chart there. And Trump has turned the United States into a laughingstock across the world right now. You see right here in Japan, for example, as Thomas Logan, who lives in Japan, explains, Japanese conservative media Sankei is carrying the news of the U.S. downturn in employment, followed by Donald Trump firing the Bureau of Labor Statistics commissioner simply because he did not like the bad unemployment figures. Also, many people draw parallels between Trump and Hitler and Mussolini, but right now, the Japanese writer Naoki Ogawa and lots of Japanese intellectuals are saying the similarities of Mao Zedong in rooting out the intelligentsia in the PRC's Cultural Revolution are more appropriate. So what they are referring in Japan, what they are saying that Donald Trump is engaged in is a cultural revolution like what existed in communist China. Frankly, I think that is spot on right there. Also, you have other Japanese social media influencers stating that Donald Trump's new ballroom has shades of 18th century French aristocracy and also holding large balls to elevate his power and grift. Another social media influencer in Japan sarcastically said they'll probably call it the Trump Hall and hold Nobel Peace Prize ceremonies there. So by and large, you have all these social media influencers in Japan just mocking Donald Trump right now. And as Thomas explains, there's not really a big fan base for Trump anymore here in Japan. By and large, he is hated in Japan. Thomas Logan has a good point as well regarding this ballroom. Nobody's asking the question, Thomas explains, who did the renderings? And who has developed the pre-master plan or master plan where U.S. government funds used to pay for these, and how much and who received them? Where are the actual contracts right here? Where is this coming from? Oh, shout out to Rosie O'Donnell in Ireland. She just gave an interview. She knows how to get under Donald Trump's skin. But I think the way Rosie O'Donnell just says it is how a lot of us are feeling. She goes, it's getting worse and worse every day in the United States. She goes, it's a dystopian nightmare, though. She's like, he's a criminal con man. She goes, I don't know how else his supporters don't get it. But watch Rosie O'Donnell here. It's brilliant. Let's play this clip.
It's worse every day. I feel like we're in a dystopian nightmare, and no one is doing anything about it. I don't understand how he's able to get away with the things he gets away with, breaking the law, the emoluments clause, taking bribes, blackmailing people. He's a criminal con man. And if you grew up in New York, as I did, you knew this your whole life. We watched his planes get repossessed off the runway at LaGuardia. We watched him try to sell steaks and cologne in a fake university, steal money from charities that his family can't even have a charity anymore in New York City, in the New York State, because they had stolen money from kids' cancer charities. There's no way you can look at the facts about this man and believe in him still. You have to have willful blindness.
So then the White House account posted this moments ago. It's the former WWE wrestler, Triple H. Triple H now has some role in sports and fitness for the White House. We're not really sure what the role is. Also joining the Sports and Fitness for Children, Lawrence Taylor, a former NFL player, he is a registered sex offender, raped a 16-year-old girl. That's who Donald Trump is putting in charge of the initiative for children. Then you have Triple H, who is an executive at the WWE. The WWE was subject to lawsuits from because of Vince McMahon, its former head, for, yes, you guessed it, sex trafficking. So the White House goes, are you ready to make America fit again? White House X Triple H. Here's the post that they made. Here, play this clip. And then you have the U.S. Department of Homeland Security putting out this video of Kristi Noem in Argentina. Like, this is where our taxpayer dollars are going to. Triple H, like, spitting out water or whatever the hell he's spitting out. Kristi Noem in Argentina with Corey Lewandowski, the lovebirds out there in Argentina, living the high school experiences they've never had while torturing the American people and torturing migrants. You've got $200 million gold ballrooms ripping up the Rose Garden. Well, why do I feel like they don't really have the right priorities here? Anyway, here's Kristi Noem's video from the Department of Homeland Security. Play this clip. I don't want us to forget also how quickly the Trump regime swept under the rug and tried to cover up what took place in Texas with the devastating flash floods in the Guadalupe River. You remember? You literally had FEMA not sending the urban search and rescue because Kristi Noem didn't approve it. You had the head of FEMA not show up for 2 weeks, and that was the guy who's basically a stooge of Lewandowski for Kristi Noem. Right. Recently, we just had the search and rescue chief resigned after the horrific way it was dealt with by Kristi Noem. You had the local officials saying they didn't get the appropriate warnings. I mean, we had, 100+ kids die. I think they're still trying to find bodies there. Just one of those things, the tragedies just of unthinkable magnitude. But Trump wants to normalize these things. He wants to normalize flash floods that kill kids, and the government really does nothing about it. And then they just go, whatever, we've moved on. Texas, let's just focus on gerrymandering now. That's the emergency session they had over the weekend. We're going to gerrymander Texas. Those are the big priorities in Texas. Let the people suffer. Let the people die. Let the people eat cake, right? I mean, that's the types of stuff that they focus on. Oh, let's normalize sexual predators in the White House by having Lawrence Taylor, a convicted rapist who raped a 16-year-old girl, put this guy in charge of the kids' sports fitness program. Yay! I mean, seriously? We'll talk about the data. Donald Trump delivered the worst 3 months of job growth since the pandemic, and then before that, since the Great Recession. Hiring has slowed sharply. You have the tariffs harming American businesses. All of that's going on. And Ukraine's fighting for its life. People are starving to death and dying and getting killed in Gaza. As Donald Trump says, Bibi, do whatever you want, Bibi, to the people of Gaza. You choose, Bibi, you do whatever you want. We're going to keep reporting the truth and the facts here, folks. So hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thank you for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.